Hello everyone, my name is Matthew, this is Matter405, and welcome to the next episode of Fire Emblem 3 Houses Black Eagle's Route! Woo! Felt good to say that. It's been a hot minute. I'm still recovering from my wisdom teeth, but I'm doing a lot better this time around. Much more farther in the healing process, which is great. I'm basically completely healed, so yeah, we're gonna get straight into it. Last episode, we went through last month's mission, went through the monthly mission of that month, and defeated the bandits as well as Costas, killing him in the Red Cannon of Xanadu. Red Cannon of Xanadu, and we learned a little bit about that place and the different ideas we had for what it means, and this weird, strange feeling of familiarity that we get from it, even though not having recalled any place being there. Well, anyway, so we're gonna get straight into today's stuff. We have a lot of support conversations, so let's go over that. Actually, I think I'll save it for the end of the episode. I think that'll be a good thing. We'll just get into exploring here, because I might have some more by the end of the episode, so we'll just go and do that. Let's go to exploring the monastery, our monthly mission for this month, as you could probably tell if you guys watched the last episode. If you didn't, make sure you guys go check that out, but looks like Lord Leonardo is, a man named by the name of Lord Leonardo is, rebelling against the church, and we have to stop him. So that's what we're going to be doing for this month. But anyway, today's episode, we're going to be doing a lot of, exploration throughout the monastery. Ask for help from, mission assistance. Ask for help from a student outside your house, and that person will join you for battles and missions until the end of the month. Why are you over here? Huh. Sorry. Usually she's over here. That's interesting. I guess I just misremembering that she's in the corner here. Anyway, let's go check the bulletin board. So much stuff we have to get. I guess we have something from Eureka. We have something from Manuela, Gerald, and Mercedes. This stuff we can't grab. Okay, interesting. Well, there you go. Anyway, let's talk to Sothis. Sothis!
I have spent quite some time in here, engaging in such idle chatter. Do you not know that we have not a moment left to waste?
I should have listened more intently. Or, I had forgotten. The question is, which one is it actually? So this is an interesting character. I don't know what to do for a lot of her stuff, so it's really a shot in the dark, because most of the obviously answer choices that you pick from, right, are going to have a correct answer and a wrong answer. Wrong answer doesn't really do anything, but the correct answer will give you, more support with certain characters. And with certain characters, that could be a good thing, right? You might want that. So, this one, I believe, is... I should have listened more intently. I want to say that one.
You must try harder from now on.
There you go. We're trying to go for all of the correct answer choices for all of the people, but obviously we might not get all of them. So, it's just a goal, right? Who's this man? Shady merchant, or shifty merchant.
Things we can't obtain here are likely obtainable by way of the underground. Are you unfamiliar with Garreg-Mach's underground?
Oh. Am I familiar with Garreg-Mach's underground? I'm not. Can I talk to you again?
Are you unfamiliar with Garreg-Mach's underground? The place is an absolute paradise for those who can't stay above ground.
Interesting. Well, there you go. Okay, anyway, we have to go accept the quest from Eureka. So where the heck is Eureka? Off this way, it looks like. We'll go check over there in 2 seconds, actually. I'm gonna go ahead into the training grounds first. It looks like that's over here. Obviously. Same place before. Okay. Pick up some of this good stuff. Wooden button. Oh, what is this? Tattered overcoat. Wow.
Catherine, Her skill is impressive, I'll admit. So is her sword. But I think she's hiding something. Nobody knows anything about her past. You should spar with her. She's strong. Stronger than you are, I'd bet.
Excuse you, Felix. Okay, so as you saw, we can recruit him for a monthly mission, so he'll stick with us for the rest of the month. Here's Catherine, the character we introduced to last time.
Here to train? You really are as hardworking as they say.
That's an overstatement. That's right, I'm a force of nature.
Huh, maybe the gossip's wrong. Hardworking people usually don't like to make a big fuss about it.
Okay, jeez.
Something about this situation doesn't feel right. Why would a minor lord raise an army against a foe he cannot possibly hope to defeat?
That is an interesting one.
Even
What do you have to
within
say?
the Knights of Saros, Catherine is the strongest. By a large margin from what I've gathered. Why not seek her out as a sparring partner, Professor?
Okay, then, jeez. Well, we'll have to come back here. But those sparklies on the ground did mean something. We'll kind of go over that as we get along today.
I'm studying here so I can be the best there is, just like Captain Gerald. Do you think I've got it in me to be a top-tier mercenary, Professor?
That depends on how hard you work, or you really want to bring in the money, huh? Well, I know she wants the money because she's gonna need it for her town, I think, if I remember correctly, right?
I do.
Yeah.
But it's about so much more than being rich. It's about honor.
Very true. There you go. Okay, pretty cool. Let's go see over here. There's a character right around this wall, inside the Black Eagles. Looks like they're inside her house, too. Ooh,
Goodness.
white glove. Interesting.
My central duty as a noble is to protect the common folk. I abhor those like Lord Lenato, who deliberately shatter the peace. Utterly disgraceful.
He must have his reasons, or I hope no one is hurt. I hope no one's hurt.
You have a kind soul, Professor. Now I feel a little sheepish for showing anger and not empathy. I apologize for my impetuousness.
There you go. Okay. Well, anyway. Oh, did I see something over here? No? Okay. Making sure. Gotta pick up all the sparklies, right? Always gotta do that. There might be something in here. That's why even if there's not characters in certain places, you might want to check. It's always a good thing to check. Always good sparklies. Giving you experience and all that good stuff. What's over here? Oh, Claude, hello.
Hey, Teach, there's some minor noble rebelling in Fargus, right? He has no chance of winning. I wonder what he hopes to achieve. Huh? Are you going along to help? Sounds like an easy victory, but good luck out there.
Well, thank you. Okay, anyway, there's another sparkly over here. Top fishing spots. Ooh, more professor level. Oh, we're about to hit D. Well, that'll be nice. I'd really like D rank professing level. Okay, there's a lot to do. Make sure we're not gonna miss any. Oh, wow, almost missed it. Hand-drawn map. Okay. Another sparkly. This is why exploration missions will become really long. Is just because yeah, fun night. Obviously, I'm not gonna be trying to go for 100%, right? I'm not gonna try and S plus every single stat of every single character and blah 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 blah. But sparklings are good to get.
Huh? Is someone there? What do you want?
Nothing. It's fine. Okay. Anyway, let's hop down here. I'll be trying to go for as many sparklies as I can, though. If you see them, grab them. That's all I'm gonna say. They're good. I saw Raphael. Hello, Raphael.
Hey, Professor. Do you happen to have any food on you? I'm starving. No matter how much I eat before I train, I'm always so hungry after. My muscles must be going through a growth spurt.
Okay, then. Oh. Petra!
The plants of Fodlan are different ones than in Bridget. And people here are unknowing of the spirits who watch over the earth and bless it. Only the goddesses know. Is that factual?
I believe so. Hello. Oh, person back here. Flame!
If the flowers within the greenhouse are removed, they will soon wilt and wither. Is that not so, Professor? I feel I can empathize with them. The flowers that thrive, despite their environment, are truly inspiring, are they not?
I think so. Eastern Fodlan seeds. Okay, let's grab our seeds from last time. Do some gardening. We can harvest our plants from last time. Perfect. There it is. Press level up. D rank professor. Not bad. Yeah. Nice. Oops. There you go. Yes. Okay. Then we'll cultivate. Professor level's too low. We'll get it. We'll go. Infuse with magic. No money. That'll be good. We're kind of short on money, so wasting money is not a good idea. Aramid Pike. Earthworm. Yuritsa has a quest for us. Did I grab everything over here? Yes, looks like. Yuritsa! Hello!
What? I desired fresh air.
That's not like you. The wind feels nice. The wind does feel nice.
I have a favor to ask.
There is solitude on the battlefield, but there are limits to what one can achieve alone. To be stronger and more efficient, visit the Battalion Guild. Bringing some reinforcements along might give you an advantage in battle. Try talking to the Battalion Guildmaster. Let's go and accept that. Get some good requests for that. You get some good rewards for that. So, if we want to go talk to that man, he's over here. Talk to Gatekeeper first, though.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
I love Gatekeeper so much.
Have you talked with Catherine yet? If the knights are the cream of the crop, she's the cream of the cream. Oh, and that relic of hers. I hear it's nothing short of amazing.
There you go. Hilda's over there.
Oh no.
Let's talk to you. Hello.
Since we're heading to Castle Gaspar, that means we'll be passing through Magdrid Way. The road is well known for its beautiful surroundings. Depending on the time of year, it can be incredibly foggy, though. When it's like that, you can't enjoy the lovely scenery. Lucky for us, it shouldn't be too foggy while we're there. Not that we'll have time for sightseeing, anyway.
Fair enough. We are going after, like, a war and stuff like that, right? Hilda!
Professor, your clothes are a bit dirty.
Excuse you.
If you don't pay attention to your hygiene, the girls won't like you. I hate when my clothes get dirty. That's one of the many reasons I find it best to train as little as possible.
Okay, and then Hilda. Pond snail.
Good deal.
Hello.
Hey, Professor. How's it going? Making lots of coin? I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working. For money. You understand.
There you go. We're not going to recruit her. She's a DLC character. So we're just not going to deal with that, but let's go over here to the Battalions Guildmaster.
What do you require?
Hello. Want to hire a battalion?
Thank you.
Oh, we just have to talk to him. Okay. Well, there you go.
In the Battalion Guild, you can find various battalions that aren't affiliated with the Church of Seros. We're allowed to hire them if we so please, so you should familiarize yourself with the guild whenever you have the chance. Naturally, battalions lose endurance as they fight. If you visit the Battalion Guild in the market, you'll be able to replenish their endurance.
What do you require?
Replenish. Let's go and pay for this. 39G is nothing. But first, let's go see if we can hire anyone. Who has a good authority, which would be that flag. Just you three, and you guys already have stuff. Good to know. You're two in front, you're two in front, you're two in front as well, actually. Sacred monks, okay. Interesting. So you can see that one, we can't get that one because it's rank C. So that would not be a good one specifically. But it could be good for a long run. I'll want to get that later on. But, so, we have to keep in mind of that. I don't think I want anything right now, at least it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and thank you. Gotta get that quest out of the way. Let's see, how many more?
Hey!
Can I get everyone over here? For the most part. What? Okay, so let's go over here to the side. Not gonna talk to that girl, because she's a DLC quest, because she's blue. Then you have to go and head over here, though. More pans! Wow, that's like 9 or 10, I think? I think so, roughly.
Oh, hello, Professor.
Hi, Marianne.
Was there something you needed?
Came to see the horses, so I'm just looking around. She's an animal person, so I came to see the horses.
Oh, you like horses? I like them too. They're such kind creatures.
Well, I'm glad. She's a fun character. It's always good to recruit people for missions if you think that you might need them, or you might want to gain support with them. If you're trying to recruit a character into your house, Mission assistance is probably one of the best ways, just because they're constantly gaining affinity with your characters if you use them with Byleth.
Professor, have you seen Felix around? I swear, as soon as you take your eyes off him, poof, he's gone.
I saw him at the training ground.
Of course he's there. Sorry for bothering you, Professor. Thanks.
No problem. There you go. Thanks, Sylvain. Okay, we also need to head off back here. I forgot. This guy, and then we need to head off to the right.
Say, that's right.
I hear that Lord Lonato served the King of Fargus's older brother when he was younger. Or something like that. He already had status and prestige. So why raise a rebellion? I guess it's none of my business.
Yeah, geez. No, I'm just joking. Okay, make sure there's no more sparklies. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, what down here? Nope, not down here. Okay, sweet. Well, anyway, let's go ahead into the dining hall, because we missed that on our way out. And then let's... Who's all in here? Okay, you're an nameless NPC. Linhardt and Caspar, hello.
Professor, I feel I must speak to you about Caspar's eating habits. I've never seen the like of it. He inhales entire plates of food in mere seconds.
That's a mood. You probably don't like that, so sounds unhealthy.
Hence my mentioning it to you. Good luck with him.
Caspar, what do you have to say?
Today's meal was delicious. Linhardt keeps bothering me about eating too fast. Says I'm gonna choke or something.
When you're busy, there's no alternative. Tell them what they want to hear, right? That's what I'm hearing.
Absolutely. I knew you'd see things my way.
I'm glad that you think so, okay. There's Sedith. Let's grab that. School of Sorcery book, not bad. Sweet tea apple blend. Let's go ahead and head out here, actually. I need to check something before I look at the rest of those guys. Is there any sparklies out here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Anyway, let's head back in. Sedith!
If you have a moment, I would like a word. It has been brought to my attention that certain individuals have been making advances toward Flame. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Well, you see now, Sedith, right? It's funny that you should ask that. Okay, so this is an interesting one. I was making sure I was correct. I was like, why do I not remember this one being easy? It's because this is actually another one where if you're a male Byleth or a female Byleth, choose something different. So, female Byleth says actually, and male Byleth says not at all. So let's go and choose not at all.
If you do see anyone getting too close with Flame, please inform me of it at once.
Of course, Sedith, yep. I'll do that, just that.
I'm sorry, but I must vent to someone, Professor. You're familiar with Manuela's slovenly behavior, yes? That woman. She borrowed a book last week and returned it with stains of unknown origin on the cover and several pages either folded or torn.
Rip.
Just now, she dropped a sandwich on the floor, picked it up, and kept eating. When she saw my shock, she said simply, 3-second rule.
That's amazing. I love that. Okay, so Sweet Tooth Week. Good to know. Looking around this place, right? Wow. These, I find these secret hedges to be very difficult just because they're very out of the way as far as finding sparklies on the ground. Sometimes you can miss them if you're not careful to not check over here. Here we go, making sure we're not missing anything. Ooh, okay, no, we're good. Tea parties? I want to join in on some tea parties. Professor, you're a little too old. No, it's fine. I've been working on my high-pitched girl voice. Okay, well, anyway. Okay, let's aim the camera down a little bit. There you go. Okay, well, we've already been over here. Is this back where I was? Yes, okay. Just making sure. Perfect, okay. Make our way over here into the courtyard. I've already been here. How did I get turned around? Oh, that's why. I was like, why did I miss something?
Okay.
There you go, perfect. Annette!
To be honest, I felt a bit lost here at the monastery. At a loss for what to do.
Thankfully, a sweet young girl reached out and offered her help. I believe she's Sedith's little sister.
Oh, that's nice. Mercedes.
I've heard whispers about Lord Lonato. They say he's a very kind and gentle lord. Why would such a kind man suddenly raise an army? Oh, Professor, you were working late last night, weren't you? You shouldn't overdo it. A ghost might rise up from the well to
My
get
God.
you to stay up too late. Or so I'm told.
View
I
quest.
have a favor to ask of you.
Those who struggle with private concerns will sometimes visit the cathedral for guidance. If you have time, why not offer your keen insight, Professor? Talk to the cathedral's counselor to learn more of various troubles plaguing the people of the monastery. To help them solve them all, you have to become close to many different people. Except, okay, we'll go and check that out in a minute. Let's continue down this pathway. I missed something? Oh, there it is. I was like, what did I miss? I saw it. Ooh, best practices. Looks like Dorothea. Dorothea!
Professor, about this month's assignment, raising an army against the church? Really? Though it looks like we won't be fighting, it's still quite unsettling. My understanding is that it will all be subdued rather quickly.
It's very true. At least it's what we're told. Okay, walk off this way a little bit. Can't head down wherever that is. And then, oh.
Catherine has invited me to train with her. How much do you think I should train before I'm ready to train with someone that strong?
Every single day. So it's interesting. You can actually, like, peer off into the side there. Without actually going down. So that's kind of cool. No business here yet. Oh, but I can see it, though. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, anyway.
It is a noble's duty to protect the common folk, not to endanger them by rallying armies in such a feckless and improper manner.
Goodness gracious.
Abuse of that kind is no better than slavery. A proper noble must guard the people from such a fate, wouldn't you say?
You want me to agree with you, so sure.
Precisely why true nobility is well respected.
There you go. Sorry, I'm not a huge fan of Linhart. I mean, not Linhart, jeez. Lorenz. I was like, why did I say Linhart? Lorenz. Let's also take a look at the dining hall. I mean, not dining hall, Knight's Hall. Wow, I'm just messing up everything today, aren't I? Knight's Hall! Here we come. First look in here. See a lot of new characters, and we got some cool people over here. Dimitri, Dudu.
Best be on your guard.
From what? Okay, well, anyway.
Let's see. After Fargus lost its king, there were many rebellions. It is likely that Lord Lonato's provocations are related. How frustrating that I am too young to take the throne. Rendered powerless by age. If the throne is vacant much longer, the kingdom will fall to ruin.
Interesting. Well, there you go.
What the?
What the? Okay, well, anyway, let's head back up this way. It looks like there's one at the top of the arch. Right, the hallway, the long catwalk across. Shouldn't we have anything over here, right? No. We're good.
Hey, you.
There we go. Who is it? Ingrid!
We are truly blessed with how fertile the monastery grounds are. Every day, there's something new to harvest.
I'm so glad. God, I love this place. Let's go over to the cathedral. As you can see, our quest over here, the counselor. Would you like to read from the advice box? Let's do this. Okay. I will say right now, this is a timed event, so I'm going to try and do this as fast as I can. If it's a little bit hard for me to understand it's just because I have to read it out loud so I can, like, understand and process what's about to happen. It's going to show us a silhouette of a person, we don't know who. It's going to say a random box of it's going to say, like, give a random excerpt from what they say as, like, a complaint or something, and we have to try and answer it out of one of 3 choices. And if we get it correct, we can get some support and some motivation with that character if we have them. Let's do this. Read from advice from the note. Yes. Okay, there you go. Each month, people will approach the counselor with their concerns. Select responses that satisfy them, and your support points will increase. Oh, geez. I try to hold back when swinging a weapon, but sometimes I misjudge my own strength. I've broken so many weapons this way. Is there anything I can do to remedy this? Accidents happen, just find a new one that breaks. Take care to repair your weapons between training sessions. I think this is Dimitri. Yes. Good. Okay, good.
Thank you so much for your help.
And there we go. Perfect. Nice. Okay, we can have 2 more. Let's go and do this. Boom, Claude. I see it all the time. Someone falls for a scheme and then gets angry about it. But rather than being mad about the schemer, shouldn't they busy plotting their revenge? Definitely it's just the price of foolishness. It all depends on the context of the scheme. Sounds like a logical schemer. Sounds like the logic of a schemer. Yep, okay. Is the last one gonna be Edelgard? No, it's not actually. Looks like Caspar. I feel like the tough fighters who become legends mostly use swords and lances. Are those really the weapons you have to wield if you want to make your mark on history? You should fight with your weapon that best suits you. Being skilled with the bow is also important. Fight with your bare hands if you want to seem tough. You should fight with a weapon that best suits you. Heck yeah. Perfect, there we go. I'm actually surprised I got all those correct. I don't have any way of knowing what the correct answer is on that, so I just had to kind of guess.
What's going to happen to Lonato? If he's killed, I don't know how I'll live with that.
Well, anyway. I'm very sorry. Ash has a connection to Lonato, but you don't exactly know that from just speaking to him. So you'd have to go ahead and play through Blue Lion's route to kind of understand that. I've supported him before, and that's only the reason why I know. I've seen I believe most, if not all of his supports, so I know he does.
Lord Lonato. He used to stay at the monastery rather frequently. He was such a pious man, a true believer. Such a terrible shame. I wonder what changed him.
No idea. Yeah, let's head out here. See if there's any sparklies over here. That doesn't look like it. Okay. Ugh. Okay, sorry, that person's voice cracked me up. Ugh. Bump into anyone, they're like, hey, what's up? You're like, shut up, I'm Byleth. Pretty cool. Can I go through here? I can go through here. That's pretty cool. Up these stairs. Don't go over here very much.
Hello.
It's kind of a forgotten part about this whole thing. To actually enter the side over here as well. Might as well go around to both sides, right? Can't get out there because that's beyond the monastery. Lysithea!
The monastery grounds are far too spread out. Feels like it takes hours to get from one area to another.
It does. That's why this video is basically 30 minutes long already.
And no, that's not because I'm getting lost. I'm a fully capable, mature person who never gets lost.
Well, there you go. Any sparklies? No.
Yeah.
Yeah! Okay, sparkly. Nothing over there. Okay. No sparklies on this side. Looks like there's somebody around the corner, though.
I have a past here is the Holy Mausoleum, where the saints of the Church of Serra slumber. Sorry, but only a select few members of the church are allowed entry. It's open to the public on only one day of the year, for the goddess's rite of rebirth.
Interesting. There you go. What chapter are we in? We're in 3. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, let's walk across here. Is there anything in this side room? Oh, but there's statues. That's pretty cool. Check each them out. I don't know if have we already checked these out? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and read it just so I know that I've checked it out. No, we definitely have, right? I talked about the 4 saints. Yeah. Saint Cethlean. Saint Keyhole. I've definitely talked about this. Macula. And Indec. Okay, sorry. It's hard to remember when you do so many things at once. So many different series and different things like that. So, it's always difficult a little bit for me to remember what I've done and what I haven't done. Let's see, is there anything sparkling up here?
Hello there.
Does not look like it. Okay, well, anyway. Let's go ahead and no, do not enter today's fast travel. Oh, God, I pressed L instead of R. Okay, let's go ahead and travel up to the 2nd floor. It looks like there's somebody up there. Buzz coming for you. Take it. Let me see the top of this. Oh, it's just a monk. Okay, what do you have to say?
Next month is when a very important ceremony will be taking place at the monastery. Pilgrims from all corners of Fodlan have already started to gather in anticipation. I pray that you are able to nip this trouble in the bud as soon as possible.
That's the hope. Okay, well, anyway, let's look if there's anything else down here. Sometimes there can be. Okay, nope. Let's head for the 2nd floor. Why not? Anyway, there we go. Oh, sparkly. Sweet, a wooden flask. Not bad. Looks like there is a monk. Blast.
Those Abyssian idiots. All they ever do is cause trouble. We'd best purge the entire underbelly of Garrett Mock.
Cool. Jeez, okay. Angsty much? That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. A little bit of angst. Well, okay. Dad, are you in your room? Dad? He's in the room over? Might be. This is Setis' office. We got Manuela over here.
Way.
Yep.
Did you hear? There's news of someone in the kingdom raising an army. The kingdom, the empire, the alliance. They do love a good war, don't they? Spilling the blood of young men and women. And for what? Just to enjoy the horror of it?
Guess
Would
so.
you be so kind as
Learning
to do
from
me
the best.
a favor?
It's extremely important that professors tend to their own studies as well. If you agree, I'd be more than happy to share my knowledge. You receive faculty training from Manuela. Select a skill and start training. Know that accepting this quest will expend an activity point. Sure, why not? Okay. Let's have Biothorn and White Magic. Why not? He has a budding talent in there, so it might be nice to go and check out and see what that is about.
I simply must thank you, Professor.
There you go. Now we can start learning from all the different people. Thank you. Okay, well, anyway, crest analyzer. What could this crest be? No clue. No clue, game. Oh, sparkle. Oh my god. I didn't even see it. Sketch of a sigil. Interesting. Okay, looks like there's a side room over here.
Hey.
Dad! Gerald!
Castle Gaspar, eh? I've been there once before, many years ago. It was by request of the son of that family. Christoph, I think it was.
Interesting. You quest.
I have a request.
Hey, it seems like I've lost something. When you have a minute, can you help me look for it? Gerald dropped something. Search the monastery and find it for him. You should try looking near the captain's quarters for Gerald. Near the captain's quarters that Gerald is occupying. I'm gonna accept. And it's funny, we actually already have the item. It's that wooden flask we just picked up.
Thanks for your help.
Well, there you go. Wooden flask. Okay, so here it is. Lost items. This is why I was saying pick up all those sparklies. This is the reason why. Use the gift option to increase your support options with others by giving them things that they like. A gift will also increase the allies' motivation. You may sometimes find lost items around the monastery. Use the lost items option to return them to their owners and increase support points. As with gifts, their allies' motivation will also increase. I'll be going for every single lost item every single month that I can get, I will say. So, actually, once I finish up everything around the monastery, I'm going to do a quick little montage of where all the lost items are, their locations, and who to give them to. So, I think that'll be fun. Of course. That's why I've been trying to be pretty diligent. Obviously, you've seen me check around a lot through here. Tomas.
Professor, I heard that you may battle alongside Catherine. Even among the knights, she is something special. A holy knight who is able to wield a hero's relic. Still, she can be a mite difficult.
Interesting. Well, there you go. Okay, so we're actually in the library, and I think this is a good time to do this. I'm going to do a quick little segment of me going through all of the books in the monastery. If you guys do not want to watch this, please skip to the time skip on the front of the screen, or on the screen right now. I'll have a timestamp up there as to when this finishes, but if you guys want to read this, I won't be talking. We'll just have monastery music playing. I might have some other music playing over this, actually. And we're just going to go quickly through them. So if you want to stop, read them, pause. If not, go to the top of the screen and skip to that timestamp. Okay, so I'm actually going to be reading all of these books, because I think this is good information for everyone to get if they're interested in the lore and the deep parts that this game goes into. So we're going to start off with, I believe it's down here. Yes, Register of Empire Nobles Part 1. A register of prominent noble houses of the Justinian Empire. This document is expressly for official use by the Church of Saros. Students are forbidden to remove or pursue this documentation. 1179 edition. It's currently 1180, if I remember correctly. House Restfelg, the most distinguished noble house of the Empire, tracing to its roots all the way back to the great Emperor Wilhelm. It has been the governing house of the Empire for 1100 years. In addition to the first Emperor, its lineage is also traced back to the Saint Saros herself, which is why generations of emperors are believed to bear the crest of Saros. House Restfelg resides in Enbar, the imperial capital, claiming all of the surrounding territory as its domain. It boasts supreme authority both within the empire and without until the insurrection of the Seven in... Wait, what? Until the oh no, I read that right. The insurrection of the Seven in 1171, in which much of its power was stripped away by the nobility. In recent years, a series of misfortunes has plagued this storied house, and some believe dark clouds hover over the future of the Restfelg reign. House Eyre, the house of dukes possessing great power within the empire, second only to House Restfelg. The head of the house came to occupy the post of prime minister, rendering its title as a hereditary one thereafter. House Eyre led the insurrection of the Seven, and in many ways holds the true power of governing over the empire. House Vestra, a house of marquis without a domain, existing in the shadow of House Restfelg. In addition to managing the darker tasks of the empire, it is responsible for the emperor's periphery affairs, including coordinating things such as ceremonies and rituals, imperial consorts, and the imperial guard. House Vestra was allied with the House Restfelg, or House Eyre, in the insurrection. House Hevering, a house of counts that has inherited the rule over the Empire's domestic affairs, particularly those relating to administration, finance, and the judiciary. Its frequenting clashes with the Ministry of Military Affairs over such matters. Much of its territory lies in the Aga Mountains, and as such, it enjoys the fruits of a lucrative mining industry. Count Berkeley's House of Counts, as it is that is inherited rule over the Empire's Ministry of Military Affairs. It commands all of the armies that do not directly belong to the Emperor. During times of war, the head of house becomes the Imperial Army's commander-in-chief. Their territory encompasses most of the Empire's main breadbasket, Grunder Field. House Varley, a house of counts that has inherited rule over the Empire's Ministry of Religion, whose main responsibility is to maintain amiable relationship with the Church of Saros. However, due to the estrangement of the Church from the Empire in recent years, it is now more involved with the judiciary, causing political strife within the Ministry of the Interior. Register Nobles Part 2, same exact thing it said before. House Gareth. The House of Dukes that has inherited rule over the Empire's Ministry of the Exterior. Diplomacy, foreign relations, and relations between various provinces and the capital fall under its purview. It has worked hard to secure the ceasefires that ended both the Brigid and Dagda campaigns. Though implicit in the insurrection, it remains distant from the associated houses. House Arundel. Formerly a minor noble role of the Empire, as head of the house, when Volkard's younger sister became betrothed to Emperor Ionius the 9th, Volkard was granted the title of Lord Arundel. Having worked closely with House Eyre, House Arundel is seen as one of the chief instigators of the insurrection of the Seven. House Frym, the house of Imperial Viscounts. Resisting Emperor Ionius IX's policy of power centralization, it set out to join the alliance and secure independence from the Empire, but was unable to overcome the Imperial Army's intervention. In the aftermath, the house's main genetic line was wiped out. Its current head of the house is an adoptee. Interesting. House Nouvelle. A house of Imperial Viscounts with the territory of the western coast of the Empire, centered around its namesake harbor of the city of Novelle. The house flourished thanks to the commerce with Dagda, Albania, Brigid, and other territories. Even still, it fell to ruin in 1175 after permitting the combined invading forces of the Dagda and Brigid armies to make landfall. House Ox. A house of imperial barons, its territory occupies the northern fall, half of the western peninsula, known as the Fodlan Fangs. The head of the house was lost to the Dagda and Brigid War. House Bartels. A house of imperial barons, highly ambitious, it sought out and acquired several quests for its bloodline. In 1176, many members, including the head of the house, died under unexplained circumstances. The deed was attributed to their heir, Emil. As its whereabouts are unknown, leadership of the house fell to its distant relative. There we go. Register of Alliance nobles, same exact thing, but lesser alliance. House Regan. The leading house of the Lesser Alliance and descendants of the Ten Elites. In the Crescent Moon War of 881, they spearheaded the move toward independence from the kingdom, as well as its establishment from the Republic by its former vassals. They have held the esteemed responsibility of leading the Alliance Round Table ever since. The position of this house of dukes relics of the nobles rank bestowed. The position of this house of dukes relies on the noble rank bestowed upon it by the kingdom, well before the alliance founding. The current Duke Regan's heir, Godfrey, died in the accident while on duty. While he did leave behind a surviving daughter, she is presently unaccounted for. House Goneril. Descendants of one of the 10 elites, its military house that is chiefly tasked with military strikes and defense against an Almiran army, mostly due to its territory's position in the east. Lord Holst, the next head of the house, is widely renowned as the Alliance's bravest general. House Ordelia, a house of counts within the land of the east, in the east of the Western Territory. In 1167, it is involved in the House Rim's rebellion, and the Empire retaliated by repeatedly meddling in the house's internal affairs, leading to a sharp decline in its noble standing. House Gloucester. Descendants of one of the 10 elites, this house hails from the southern Leicester territory. The current head of the house is ambitious, excels at public relations, and has an influential voice among the 5 noble families with voting rights. Oh, crap! No! Where were we? Gloucester. Public relations at the influential voice of the noble families with voting rights at the Lesser Alliance Round Table, second only to House Regan. House Edmund, a house of margraves, with the land of the north of Leicester territory. Its beneficial trade policies, emphasizing fair use of its personal harbors, have awarded the house a great deal of clout. To survive a degree that it will eventually accept it into the ranks of the 5 great lords of the Alliance. Their current head of the household is a renowned orator. House Daphne. Descendants of one of the 10 elites, and formerly among the 5 great lords of the Alliance, it lost much power due to the internal discord. For the last several generations, no head of Daphne has borne a crest. In spite of this, it still maintains its status as a noble family. There you go. Kingdom nobles, same thing as before. House Blaethid. This house claims Blaethid as one of the 10 elites as its ancestors. It has ruled the kingdom for over 400 years, ever since Lugh, the King of Lions, claimed victory in the War of the Eagle and Lion in 751. This secured the kingdom's independence from the Eddystine Empire, after which Lugh was crowned its inaugural king by the Church of Saros. House Blaethid resides in the Ferdiad, the kingdom's capital, claiming all of the surrounding territory as its domain and many of the fiefdoms in the north of Fodlan as its vassals. With the passing of King Lambert in 1176, his older brother, Grand Duke Rufus of Itha, assumed the burden of ruling the kingdom in the young crown prince's stead. Even still, strife and disorder continued to plague the land. House Fraldarius. This house of dukes claims Fraldarius is one of the 10 elites of its ancestors. It is one of the most ancient houses on record, even amongst kingdom nobility. It is said that Kaifan, a sworn friend of Lug, the King of Lions, is also related to House Fraldarius. House Gautier. This house is Margraves claims Gautier of the 10 elites as its ancestors. Its territory lies in the northmost reaches of the kingdom. As such, it is safeguarded kingdom territory against incursions by the people of Srang region over 200 years. House Karen. In this house of counts claims Karen as one of the 10 elites of its ancestors, tasked with negotiating between resistance armies and the Church of Saros during the War of the Equine Line. The head of the house, Karen, continues the tradition of a ceremonial competition within the kingdom. House Galatea. When House Daphne, once a cornerstone of the Lesser Alliance, was divided in two over an inheritance feud, half of them defected to Fargus and established House Galatea, which was granted the noble title of Count. Much of its territories consisted of a frigid wasteland where a severe famine occurred in early 1170s. House Rowe, a noble house that once held territories in the noble Northern Empire. Jeez, I cannot speak today. When the fortress cities of Ehrenhard was constructed within its domain, it revolted against the Empire and pledged the entirety of its territory, including the Ehrenhard, to the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. For this contribution, it was awarded the noble title of Count. House Kleiman. This house originally held no more than a lordship over a single castle in the west of the kingdom, but it was awarded the noble title of Viscount for its great successes and the subjugation of Dusker region in 1176. Afterward, it was granted the Dusker region as its feudal estate. There we go. Let's travel over here to more books. Oops.
What the?
Start of these books is down here. Book of Saros, Part 1, The Revelation. The goddess is all things. She is heaven above and the land below. She is eternity incarnate. She is the present, past, and the future. Her eyes see all. Her ears hear all. Her hands receive all. She who is graced with the holy word of the divine goddess, who bore witness to her magnificence, is the one called Saros. She is the messenger of the heavens, the bridge between the lands, above and below, and her blessings shall bring tidings of peace to all. With the goddess's omnipotence and wisdom to guide her, Saros ensures that her will be done. As the goddess's sword, Saros wards away evil. As the goddess's child, Saros makes emperors of mortals. As the goddess's wings, Saros elevates her people. As the goddess's voice, Saros spreads the word of love. That sublime sword is entrusted to you. Those emperors are crowned before you. Those wings clear your path. That voice whispers the words of trust. May the blessings of the goddess follow you always.
That's so.
That is so. How great of you to understand. Thank you, sir. Book of Saros, Part 2, The Creation. In the beginning, amid the great cloudless ocean, Fodlan came to be. At the end of a long journey, the goddess glimpsed that land, and there alighted. Upon the sacred ground, she breathed life into the world and created all of the creatures upon it. By the goddess's hand, plants took root, birds took to the sky, and animals roamed the land. Last of all, she created humanity. When the humans wished for power, she granted it. She gifted them the blessings of the heavens and of the earth. By the way of magical arts, humanity attained great power, yet unaware that great power portends great evil. By the grace of the goddess's divine protection, humanity thrived. Through her blessings, they grew prosperous, and their numbers rose. Before long, they became the most powerful creatures in all of Fodlan. All is well until darkness descended from the north, a darkness that devoured the earth, desecrated the heavens, and threw the world and its inhabitants into a state of chaos. To face this evil force, the goddess created a new well of power. She gifted certain individuals with sacred blood, allowing them to wield mystic weapons, that they may prevail against the darkness. These souls, buoyed by their divine gifts, conquered the evil ones and drove them back to the north. They came to be known as heroes. The heroes experienced unnaturally long lives, persisting for hundreds of years. Even after they breathed their last, the power coursing through their blood remained, leaving an indelible mark upon this world. This power past the bloodlines came to be known as crests. The mystical weapons they once wielded are now called heroes' relics, and so the legend of the New Age is born. The descendants of the heroes sought their ancestors' power, and thusly their blood. In time, they amassed crests, relics, land and wealth, using all to set the land aflame with war. The goddess's power, intended to stem the flow of evil, became a tool for destruction, all because of the greed of humanity. The goddess, grieved and heartbroken, hid herself in the heavens from whence she came. Book of Seros Part 5. Yes, it just skips over 5. The 5 Eternal Commandments. Dare not doubt or deny the power of or existence of the goddess. Dare not speak the goddess's name in vain. Dare not disrespect your father, mother, or any who serve the goddess. Dare not abuse the power given to you by the goddess. Dare not kill, harm, lie, or steal unless such acts are committed by the will of the goddess. The goddess cares for and protects all that is beautiful in this world. The goddess will never deny the splendors of love, affection, joy, peace, faith, kindness, temperance, modesty, or patience. Follow her example, and in doing so, abide her laws.
That's so.
That is so. So glad you understand. Oh, this is over here. Okay, so over here we got Traveler Journal issue number 1, a record consisting largely of the world outside of Fodlan. The author's identity is unknown, but they have clearly experienced these places firsthand. So this is going to talk about the geography of Fodlan. Almyra, a great kingdom to the east of Fodlan. Its territory borders that of the Leicester Alliance. With the precipitous mountain range known as Fodlan's Throat acting as its dividing line, the people maintain a strong legacy of horsemanship and relish in the thrill of battle. This vast kingdom is rich in fertile prairies, deserts, and mountain ranges. Albania, a continent to the northwest of Fodlan. Its frigid climate is home to numerous rare and valuable species of flora and fauna. However, the human population there is extremely small due to its intense cold and the frozen earth, which is unsuitable for growing grains or other food crops. Morphus. Morphus is the name of the metropolis of magic to the southeast of Fodlan, as well as the boundless desert that surrounds it. In the distant past, it is known as the City of Illusion. Thanks to its intricate web of trading routes, rumors of its profound and mysterious magic continue to spread. Dagda, the continent to the southwest of Fodlan. Due to its extreme distance from Fodlan, rumors of this relatively unknown world abound. Some claim it's tropical rainforest, while others insist it's merely a giant frozen plateau. In truth, this vast continent stretches far into the north and south and supports a wide variety of terrain and climates. Ooh, game. There you go. Traveler's Journal number 2, exact same thing. Rigid, an archipelago nested between Fodlan and Dagda. It is a land of plenty that is often heralded as the perfect union of the gentle sea and nature's bounty. Both Fodlan and Dagda have long since vied to claim this territory as their own. Oops. Sreng. Sreng was once the name of the enormous peninsula to the north of Fodlan. Today, only the north half keeps its moniker. While the southern half of Fodlan now falls under the dominion of the Holy Kingdom of Fergus, several warlike clans call this great wasteland their home. Certain areas of this region are comprised of rocky desert. Dusker, a peninsula to the north of Fodlan and west of Sreng. The people who once inhabited this area were decimated, and it now falls under the dominion of the Holy Kingdom of Fergus. The land boasts nothing noteworthy as to make it a desirable travel destination, but rumors of its valuable minerals waiting there to be unearthed abound. Agma Mountains. This is actually where we just traveled to. If you guys remember the Red Canyon, this is in the Agma Mountains. Pretty crazy, right? Whew. Algo Mountains, an enormous mountain range somewhat south of central Fodlan. To its west, it forms the border between the Empire and the Kingdom. Surrounding Garreg Mach and cutting across the Empire territory, it is home to many animals and plants that cannot be found elsewhere, as well as the plethora of valuable mineral deposits. Okay, you guys ready? Last couple books. The History of Fodlan Part 1. Under the tyranny of ruthless disorder, the people endured a long period of suffering. The vile nemesis who proclaimed himself a king of liberation delighted in war and bloodshed. Rather than rebelling against his persecution, the people of Fodlan fell to his depths in a mad scramble to attain power through murder and theft. 41 years before the founding of the Adrestine Empire, Saint Seros appeared in the land of Enbar, and through many unfathomable miracles she performed, spread light across the land. In doing so, she joined the shattered hearts of the purest people of Fodlan, who went on to form the Holy Church of Seros. Imperial Year 1, the founding of the Adrestine Empire. In the first year of our calendar, the glorious Adrestine Empire was founded. Its name was gifted by an oracle, and its future blessed by the goddess. Its capital, Enbar, was chosen to govern the southern reaches of Fodlan, where its divine Saint Seros also lent her power. Imperial Year 32, the War of Heroes. Wilhelm Paul Hresvelg, the inaugural Adrestine Emperor, raised an army in pursuit of the unification of Fodlan. With his might, he hunted and destroyed any house's territory that dared to seek more power. Imperial Year 46, the Battle of Gronder. An intense battle erupted on the Gronder, where the houses that allied with Nemesis and the Imperial forces of the Adrestine Empire clashed. There, the Imperial forces emerged victorious. Imperial Year 91, the Battle of Taltine. If you guys remember the very beginning of the game, with that little cutscene in the very beginning, this is Imperial Year 91. This is exactly what it's talking about. This is the battle that took place during that point. The houses that were allied with Nemesis once again faced off against the Imperial forces, this time at the Taltine Plains. There, the evil Nemesis finally fell, and the Empire secured a momentous victory. Imperial Year 98, the War of Heroes ends. The successor to the great Emperor Wilhelm I, Lacan I, succumbed to the sudden illness. The Empire, which ruled over the majority of Fodlan, took this opportunity to put an end to the seemingly endless fighting. Part 2. Imperial Year 721, the First Mock War. The Dagdan army invaded from across the sea. Though the Imperial forces resisted the attack and drove off the enemy, the land of Mach sustained considerable damage. Imperial Year 728, the Invasion of Brigid. The Empire invaded the Brigid Archipelago, a land occupied by allies of Dagda, as penance for their refusal to surrender. The people of Brigid were relegated to a life of imperial subjugation. Imperial Year 731, the Invasion of Dagda. With the boon of a strong foothold in Brigid, the Empire mounted a large-scale invasion of Dagda. However, the fortunes of war were not on the side, and their attack failed. Imperial Year 747, the Fargus Rebellion. Lug, a descendant of one of the houses that first quarreled with the Empire, raised an army to demand independence, pulling the land of Fargus into a fierce rebellion. This clash came to be known as the War between the War of Eagle and Lion. Imperial Year 751, the founding of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Lug and his resistance army were victorious over the Imperial forces. The Holy Church of Seros meditated between the two, and the Fargus secured its hard-won independence as the Kingdom of Fargus. Imperial Year 801, Leicester Rebellion. A rebellion broke out in the imperial lands of Leicester, which the Imperial army was unable to suppress. The Holy Kingdom, viewing the uprising as an opportunity to increase its own political sway, occupied the Leicester region, formally declaring it as a territory of Fargus. Imperial Year 861, Fargus divided. Following the death of King Claus I, 3 princes became archdukes and split the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, that they may rule over it as 3 separate territories. Imperial year 881, the Crescent Moon War. The Archduke ruling over the Leicester region of the kingdom succumbed to illness. The lords of the Leicester lands refused to acknowledge the next Archduke in line, instead plotting to rule jointly as an alliance. Imperial year 901, the founding of the Leicester Alliance. The Leicester Alliance was officially formed after the subjugation of these hostile nobles, and the removal of all opposing forces in the regions of Fargus. An influential figure from the outset, Duke Regan was inarguably the heart of the newly formed alliance. Imperial year 961, the Elmiran invasion. The great eastern nation of Elmira crossed through the Fodlan's throat and invaded Alliance territory. The Empire dispatched troops in order to help conquer this threat, and the attackers were just barely driven off. Imperial year 1101, the construction of Fodlan's Locket. To defend against the future Elmiran invasions, the Alliance, Kingdom, and Empire joined their efforts and resources to construct the indomitable fort known as Fodlan's Locket. Whew, okay, man. It took a lot to read, but that's definitely some great stuff to learn, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of that is great lore building and world building in its entirety. Please, if you have the time to listen to all of it, or just read it all, I highly recommend it. It's such a good thing to learn, and it teaches you a lot about the different people in Fodlan and the different areas in Fodlan, why things came to be, and even certain things that'll occur later on. So it's definitely a great thing to look over. Now, of course, the episode's a little bit longer because of that, but I hope you guys don't mind too much. Ignatz, hello.
This place has so many breathtaking works of art. I feel like I'm living in a museum. Each piece can teach us about styles and techniques from 1,000 years ago.
You know a lot about art. Do you like art? Yeah, do you like art?
Oh, yes, very much. I'm from a family of merchants, so I've been able to see a lot of art.
Interesting. So now you have the option, actually, you can see it. Recruit, gifts and lost items, and then mission assistance. We'll go over lost items in a hot minute at the very end of the episode. Oh, almost missed it. Elegant hair clip. Nice. Let's go over here. Is there anyone over here? There is someone over here. One in the back. It's probably Rhea, isn't it? It is Rhea.
Pointing a sword at the Holy Church of Seros is akin to pointing a sword at the goddess herself, meting out appropriate punishment to the sinful. It is a sacred duty with which we have been entrusted. As a member of the church yourself, I hope that you will take that to heart.
Very cool. You do training with her as well. Very cool. Okay. Okay, well, there you go. So after looking over that, I think we have gotten everyone, if I'm correct. Let's see. Let's go check out all the different places, make sure we missed anything. Now it looks like we got everything. Okay, perfect. Well, now we're going to start the section of lost items. So bear with me as we travel all around this. Time for a montage. Yay! Okay, so first off, I'm going to start out with some of the things here. Obviously, we got some lost items. A lot of them have already been picked up. Actually, all of them have been picked up in this month, so I don't actually need to go over where all the locations are, because if you guys watched today's episode, you should have seen them. So, don't worry.
As a member of...
First off, Rhea! Rhea wants the elegant hair clip.
Yes, that is surely mine. I appreciate you bringing this to me.
Perfect. Okay, there we go. On to our next person.
Even
Edelgard is our next person. She's located in the training grounds, as you can see. We're gonna give her the white glove.
This was mine? Thank you, my teacher.
Perfect, I'm glad. There you go, on to next. Raphael is right outside the greenhouse, and he wants the wooden button.
Hey! I can't believe I dropped this. Thanks for bringing it to me.
No problem. Leonie is right in between the training grounds and the Officers Academy, and she wants the hand-drawn map.
That's mine. Thanks so much for finding it.
No problem. Caspar is next on our list. He's in the dining hall, and he wants the tattered overcoat.
That's definitely mine. You really saved me with this. I owe you one, Professor.
Perfect. Annette is in the reception hall speaking to Mercedes, and she wants the School of Sorcery book.
Oh, that! I thought it was gone for good. How did you know it was mine?
Last but not least, Hedeman in the dining hall as well, right next to Caspar. He wants the sketch of a sigil.
I can't believe I left this behind. Oh, thank you so much for retrieving it.
There you go. All lost items have been given for the day. Okay, let's finish out by doing today's special menu. Dorothea and anyone else? No, absolutely nobody. Let's go with Annette. Why not? I like Annette. Actually, yeah, let's go with Annette. Why not? Annette.
I think I like this, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure.
Thanks.
Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that?
Oh, I love Annette. They're all great. Honestly, all out of the characters I really enjoy. I bet you probably have figured that out by me running around and being like, I love this character, I love this character, I love this character, I love this character, I love okay. As I continue to keep running to different characters. Well, anyway, that's, that looks to be it for today. We got a lot of stuff done. Obviously, we went around and, oh, I'm actually gonna end off the day with some fishing. Why not? It's nice and easy. Free. So as I wrap this up, thank you guys so much for watching. We got a lot of stuff done today. Obviously, we went around the entire monastery, and we got a lot of stuff done. I think that was a good, productive day. Even learning a lot about the history and lore about Fodlan in the library. So remember, if you guys haven't checked that out, I definitely recommend it. It's really cool. That's my first time actually reading all of the books in the library, and it's really a neat thing that I never figured out, and it adds a lot more to my next playthrough, so I'm really happy that I checked it out. And we're gonna finish one more. And then, yeah, we got a lot of stuff done. We found all the last items, got introduced to that, got introduced to mission assistants, and then, actually there is one person I want to recruit for this month. I just realized I never recruited anyone for this month, so we're gonna go and run over there really quickly. Come here, I know exactly where you're at, too. Annette! Come here! Mission assistants, help me! Thanks! Okay. There you go, we got a net for the month. Perfect. Okay, that's all I needed to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified of all my latest videos. Comment down below what you guys want to see more of. If you get what you guys' ideas, thoughts are. Also, comment down below for any questions you guys have. Let me know any fun things you guys have figured out about the game or find interesting. What your favorite part of the books was. If you guys had a favorite part of the books and what you find was the most interesting, let me know. I'd definitely like to hear back from you guys. And then also, share with your friends and family. It helps you out a lot. Like if you guys did enjoy, and that's going to be it for today. I'll see you guys next time. Until then.